everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, hi, my name is Monica. I like to post anti-MLM and some life content. In today's video, I'm going to be doing a podcast / interview style type of a video with my friend Savy over at Savy Writes Books. Her portion, this is going to be split up into a two-part series, so her part of this will be on her channel. I'll link it below as well. Now, just as a disclaimer, this video is for entertainment purposes only and just our opinions. We're going to tie this into how it's going to affect small business owners and also how we've seen MLM reps try to use this to their advantage to either sell products or sell their business opportunity, because we have definitely seen a lot of that. So, but again, please remember that this video is just opinion based. This is just things that we are talking about from our point of view. We are not experts at all whatsoever. So if you came here for some kind of medical advice, this ain't the place for that. Without further ado, let's get into the video. Did you read this part? It says, earlier this week, the Food and Drug Administration sent warning letters to companies for selling unapproved coronavirus drugs and treatment products.
Oh, yeah, I'm seeing that. Yeah, the products included teas, essential oils, I don't know how to...
Tinctures.
Okay, I don't know what that is.
It's, you know the, like the CBD oil bottles that have the little dropper in it?
Oh,
those are tinctures.
Oh,
yeah.
okay, good
yeah.
to know. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Wow. Okay. So the FDA said it was particularly worried that the products may cause people to delay or stop appropriate treatment, leading to serious and life-threatening harm. There are currently no vaccines or approved drugs to treat or prevent the coronavirus, which has infected more than 135,000 and killed at least 4,977 globally, according to data compiled by Johns Hopkins University. Oh, wow. It says the FDA considers the sale and promotion of fraudulent COVID-19 products to be a threat to public health. We have an aggressive surveillance program that routinely monitors online sources for health fraud products, especially during a significant public health issue such as this one. Yeah, that's the thing, too. And it's like, as much as I hate MLMs, like a lot of them are, the people who run them are just like average, everyday people. And I don't want them to like get in legal trouble. So it would be better if everyone just stopped this, because it's like, you know, the FDA is like searching for this stuff online, and if you're like posting on Facebook about how your essential oils are going to cure someone, then you might get in like legal trouble.
And that's another thing too, because I've had to argue this so much recently, and I don't even know why, but I've had to argue this so much recently, is that I hate the MLM company and the structure, not the reps.
Yes. Okay. I'm saying that constantly because I'm worried people are going to think I'm like hating on the individuals, which I'm not. Like, I know that in a lot of cases, these are just people who either were struggling with unemployment, they were struggling to find a way to make money, and now they're like roped into something that is very hard to get out of. So I don't hate the people, and I've met a lot of MLM sales reps who are super nice. So I have nothing against the individuals. It's all about the companies. I mean, I hate the people at the top because it's their fault that it's like this. But other than that, like the individuals who are just trying to sell things on Facebook, like they're not bad people, even though I wish they'd stop doing it. They're in a bad situation. Yeah.
And that's the problem, is that because they're so, I feel like they're in a trance working for this MLM, and they will believe anything that the MLM company tells them.
Yeah.
And so I think that a lot of this is coming from the higher ups, or they've just been brainwashed enough to believe anything that their uplines are saying. And the uplines, even the uplines, I know that there are some really terrible uplines in these MLM companies, but my Alonda from the Recovering Humbot, she said it best, that you have to become corrupt in order to get to that position. So I feel like not all of them started off with bad intentions. So I will give all of the reps the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah.
But the problem is that they're making these claims, and the company's not going to get in trouble. The reps are going to get in trouble because they're technically independent contractors. So they're going to get in trouble for what they post on social media. And that's where I'm really worried because, yeah, of course, we're going to laugh at all the memes and we're going to get really pissed off about all the MLM reps that are doing this. But at the end of the day, the issue that they don't understand is that you can get in a lot of trouble. And the fact that a lot of MLM reps don't even know what the FTC is very alarming. So they think that they can go around saying all of these things, but that's how you get in a lot of trouble is when you start making medical claims and when you start making claims like how they are.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
it's you cross the line when okay, so of course there's the people who they're trying to sell their products and they're trying to sell the business opportunity. But then they cross that very, very noticeable line of making claims. And that's where it can get really dangerous, not only for people who are, I guess, watching them on social media, but also the people who, I mean, they're going to get in trouble because people are already asking questions like, how do I report this person to the FTC, for example?
Yeah.
And that's scary because a lot of people are going to get reported. That's really scary. So, and I feel really bad. I do.
Yeah, it's like I wish there was some way you could be like, I want to report this company, but then the companies like Young Living, doTERRA, like all those companies have those like fine print clauses where it's like we are not directly responsible for what individuals post on social media, and like they have themselves covered in that way. But it's like, like yeah, you may have like had that disclaimer, but you know that like you're still encouraging people to do it and they're still doing it, but there's no way they can prove that. So it's like the people who really should be getting in trouble are getting away with it, which is frustrating.
Yeah, exactly. And they're always going to get away with it. And that kind of brings it back to how we're both anti MLM. Like that is the reason why I hate the structure and I hate the MLM companies. I have no problem with the reps, but the fact that these MLM companies are taking advantage of people, whether they know it or not. But let's be real here. My opinion, they know. But it's one of those things where these poor people don't understand that they're being taken advantage of.
Yeah.
And they're basically doing the dirty work. They're doing the nitty gritty for a company that puts it in their fine print that they have no control over what their reps do.
Mm-hmm.
So, and they won't protect them. If there's a lawsuit, they're not going to protect them.
So I saw this one on the subreddit. Have you heard of a company called IntelliTravel?
It sounds familiar. I think someone told me about that recently.
So someone put up a Facebook post that said, if you love to travel and plan your own trips, now's the time to start your own travel agency, which no, now is not the time. Nobody should be traveling. But it's like travel advisors offer free services, blah, blah, blah. It goes on a pitch about that. And it says, while people are taking a break from traveling, you'll be able to do all the training and get comfortable with all the tools and online platforms available to use. And then it's all like, this is not a job offer. It's an opportunity for you to start your own business and work from wherever you want. So it's like, don't encourage people to join the travel MLM right now. Like, that's the stupidest idea. Nobody should be traveling. You should, even if they're like, nobody's traveling right now, so it's the perfect time to get in on it. Like, no, it's not. That's terrible.
I just saw one from doTERRA, and it's literally not worried about any crazy virus here. Always prepared. I love my oils. Or no, hashtag love my oils, hashtag immune boosting, hashtag hand sanitizer, hashtag doTERRA hand wash, hashtag doTERRA essential oils.
Oh my God.
Hashtag killing germs. Oh, I can't. I'm going to save that to my phone. I can't.
All right. This lady posted a rant that says, I try to keep my, okay, this is long, so I'll try to read this fast. I try to keep my positive, but today I am just done. I am angry, frustrated, and hurt. Today we got paid. Yay. Normally I would be ecstatic, but I'm not. I am bewildered at what's going on. It's the apocalypse again. Another hysteria, just like swine, bird flu, etc. And I get it. We all have a family to feed, but seriously, do people not think of those families who are in more need? I may have my online business, but I am still considered low income until I make more income. How am I supposed to support my family when there is nothing left on the shelves? No TP, no diapers, wipes, etc. I also have to cancel my kid's birthday and keep him home all spring break because everything is closing. All because some people don't follow guidelines or listen when told to keep home if sick or have symptoms of being sick. Has no one heard of common decency? Are we really going to let the media scare us? Is that how we were raised? Did you know that 90% of the people who contracted it are cured, and most people who are affected have weak immune systems, diabetics, elderly, etc.? It's also funny that you're scared of a virus, but too scared to start your own business. Not getting paid. My team and I are over here hustling and making cash.
Oh my God.
I don't know what MLM this is for. It doesn't say, but
oh God. Wait, that's in my group?
Yeah, it's in your group. I screenshotted it so we can put it up on the screen while we talk. Yeah, someone posted that in your group.
Oh, I found it.
Yeah. Oh my God. Okay, so first of all, it's like she's basically like, I need this more than you need this. Like, that's very rude. And she's like, the only people who are dying are old people and diabetics. It's like they matter too. Like, what are you talking about? She's like prioritizing her own life above other people's. But the line that got me was, it's funny that you're scared of a virus, but too scared to start.
Well, you're off work for 2+ weeks, not getting paid. My team and I are over here hustling and making cash. Oh gosh. You're not going to be hustling and making cash if people are not getting paid.
Yeah, nobody's
Duh.
getting paid.
Oh, I just sounded like a boomer for saying duh. Okay, boomer.
Yeah, and then there's only one comment on it where someone says, are you really using the current pandemic to promote your business? That's disgusting. Not to mention, if your business is booming, then why are you still considered low income? This pyramid scheme shit is whack. I don't want it.
Oh my gosh. That's really funny.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez. To the person who put that in my group, thank you. I keep everyone anonymous in there, so you know who you are.
That's amazing. It's like, you're scared of a virus, but too scared to start your own business. It's like during a virus like this where the economy's tanking, like, you probably should be scared to start your own business. People who already have their own business are suffering. This is not the best time to start something new.
Well, I agree with that. I just came across another thing in the group. It's a message from Avon. I didn't read this yet. But it's a message to our representatives. At Avon, the health and well-being of the representatives, associates, and communities is our top priority. We understand the uncertainty we may be experiencing surrounding the virus, and we are committed to being responsive to the needs of your business. Oh my gosh, I can't see that. As well as your customers as the situation evolves. Please note and share with your customers that we are working diligently to avoid any delays in products and shipments. We thank you for your understanding. Agents, all manufacturers of products distributed by Avon are compliant with cosmetic good manufacturing practices, meaning all personnel involved with manufacturing the product wear appropriate personal protective equipment. In addition, the coronavirus is transmitted through close individual contact, and there is no evidence of transmission from the start of manufacturing through the distribution of personal care products. We are closely monitoring the situation around the world and will adjust our practices accordingly if any new information becomes available. And then it just goes into like what you should do, like wash your hands, all that. So that's actually an interesting point to bring up, because that's another thing, is that if you're buying products from other companies, so how these MLM reps are saying how, oh, you can work from home and all that, but what if the people who are processing those shipments or manufacturing the products, what if they're infected?
Yeah, that's the thing. That's because we're just trying to limit contact as much as possible. That's why no one's buying anything from anyone, because it's like, I can't touch things that other humans have touched.
Yeah, exactly. Like even when I went to the gas station today, and I've never been as conscious about all of this until all of this started happening. Like, of course, I washed my hands before it was trendy, as all the memes say. But even when I went to the gas station, normally I'll use a hand sanitizer, but then I'm thinking in my head, like, how many people have actually touched this nozzle? How many people were sick and touched this nozzle? Like, and all the germs that are on it. And I never started thinking about it until then. And that's the thing that these reps aren't thinking about, is that people who may possibly be infected can be touching these products. So you're sitting there saying that, oh, start your business today, but I'm sorry, if I'm under quarantine, I'm not buying anything from anybody. Like, I don't want anything from anybody. I will limit all of my things that I buy 110%. You know what I mean?
It's like, yeah, I'm only buying necessary things right now, like food.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
I'm really just buying like what I need. Also, just because like I'm not making as much money right now.
Yeah.
That's another one of my jobs, is that I teach creative writing classes for kids. Those have all been canceled. So
See, and that's the thing,
yeah,
is
I'm losing
we're
some money right now.
yeah. See, that and that's the thing, is that you're a small business owner, and and like, obviously so am I, but we're going to suffer from all of this,
Mm-hmm.
and we're very well aware.
Yeah.
So I don't understand how these MLM reps, when they call themselves small business owners, I don't understand how they're not aware of that. Why would
Yeah.
you tell someone to come into this business if, I mean, they're going to make money off of their recruits, so that's obviously,
Yeah, that's very clearly the reason why. But
yeah.
it's like I'm wondering, like to an extent, like I don't know if maybe some of the individual people maybe aren't aware of how bad of a time it is to rope people into a new business, because maybe their upline is telling them like, no, this is the perfect time because of these reasons. But like,
Mm-hmm.
just if you look at how many business owners are suffering right now, it's like this is really not a good time for that. Nobody's buying things. You're not going to have as many opportunities to sell things. And like, even if you try to sell things online, like people don't have as much money right now. So people aren't buying pretty much anything. Wait, didn't somebody start a toilet paper MLM at some point?
Yes, there is a toilet paper MLM.
They're doing-
I wonder if there's an MLM for everything. There's an MLM for water, which is that Kangen
yeah.
magic or whatever it's called. I can never remember how to pronounce it, but the recovering humbug. She did a ton of stuff on that. She actually got a lot of issues from those
Oh, really?
videos.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, from the company itself, and
Oh,
she,
wow.
yeah, and she got like mob dislikes to it, because I guess they sent all of their reps to go over there and dislike the video,
Oh.
which
I
they
guess
don't under.
it might be because I'm just not that big of a channel, but like I I don't get that much hate. Like I've gotten a few hate comments from like Rachel Hollis stands,
Hmm.
and from like I've gotten comments from a few MLM people, but they've generally not been that rude. So I feel like I've been very fortunate in that. But maybe if my channel gets bigger, I'll start getting more hate, which is fine with me.
Yeah.
I that's a risk you take.
I have, see, that's the crazy part, is that I've gotten a lot of hate over the last, I want to say the last week or two,
Hmm.
and I'm seeing that to be a trend with a lot of anti-MLMers.
Yeah.
Like, I'm seeing that it's really increasing, and I've gotten a lot more hate than I have ever gotten before. And it's not anything crazy. It's not like I'm getting 5 million messages a day, but I've been called a bully and stuff for my videos. But then I posted it in my community tab, and I have pro MLM people that actually are subscribed to me and they
Yeah.
watch my videos. And they do that because they like to see the other side, and the fact that I present it in like, they told me that I present it in like an educational manner. So that's why
Yeah.
they like it. And because I'm not for Hun shaming. That's something
Yeah.
I'm starting to see it, and I hate that. I hate it so
That's
much.
what I've been trying to talk about with like, because I watched this one girl's video and I left like a novel length comment on it. It was a pro MLM video. I don't remember her name, but she had a video and she was talking about like how the anti MLM community was bullying her and that kind of thing. And some of the things she referenced are things I don't condone at all. It's like people going and like posting pictures of like, you know, someone who sells Mary Kay or something, and it's like, look how bad their makeup looks. It's like, that's stupid. That's a waste of time. Like, don't bother just being like, this person's makeup looks bad. Like, okay, I'm here to hate the business model, and I'm also here to hate like the false medical information and those kind of things. Like, if someone's makeup looks bad, I really don't care. Don't waste your time making people feel bad for that. So I tried to leave a comment like, here's the reasons I hate it, and we actually like found some common ground. So I think there really is a better way to approach it. Some people are just, I think, seeing that there's like these easy memes you can make to get traffic and just kind of jumping on that, which I understand. The internet's a big place, and we're all trying to get our views and stuff, but
I wonder if
it's not nice. Yeah.
I wonder if you're talking about the same person that I've been referencing her in a lot of my videos. I'm not using her name because I don't
Yeah.
want her to get any hate from the anti-MLM community, because I know that not everyone is what's the word I'm looking for? And I'm not trying to offend anyone in the anti-MLM community, but not everyone is as empathetic, I guess you can
Yeah.
say, as others. And so her and I had a chat back and forth, and she made a video, and I felt so bad when she told me this. She made a video about being against the anti-MLM community
Yeah,
because
I
she's
think
pro
it's
MLM.
the same person because I left a really long comment. I think you commented on it too, and a few
Okay, so
others.
it's the same person.
Like, yeah, I think it's the same person. Yeah.
Yeah, and her and I, she was actually one of the people that came to my defense in my community tab, and she was the one that said that she watches my videos
Yeah.
for the just to see the other side, and
Yeah.
she even said that I've been really respectful in my videos, and I agree. I think that I try to, and I think that I'm a lot nicer than most people would like me to be, and I'm not here to be a mean girl. You know what I mean? I'm not here to be Regina George. I'm here to be the guy that says she doesn't even go here. Like I'm not here to be Regina George. I hated Regina George, and this is an analogy that can go into life. But Regina George, and she ends up getting hit by a bus, and then her whole entire attitude changes after that. So it's one of those things where I don't want to be a mean girl, and I don't want it to come to the point where I'm a mean person and then I have to go through some crazy shit in order to go back to being like a humble person. Does that make sense?
That makes perfect sense.
And I felt bad for her because the video that she made, she had to disable comments because she was getting a lot of hate on it.
Mhm.
And then she got even more hate for disabling the comments. And it's
Oh,
like, okay,
yeah.
yeah.
That's yeah.
And she was saying how she's been getting a ton of hate a lot recently, and it's actually affected her like mental health.
Yeah.
And that's why my approach is completely different, because even just going back to the whole point of this video, for example, I know that these MLM reps, they're doing what they're told. They're
Yeah.
doing what, whether it be their uplines or even if it is coming from their uplines. Like I said, I know that there's a lot of scummy uplines out there, but I do think that most of them were at one point good people and they didn't have bad intentions.
Yeah.
So, and I kind of, that's my mindset whenever I make videos. And when she was talking to me about it, I felt so bad for her because
Yeah.
there's no need for that. There's no need for that. So that's why even with what's going on right now, y'all just need to remember, hate the structure, because the structure is what put
Yeah.
them into, it goes back to undue influence. Like this, it puts them into this trance of a cult like mentality, really.
Yeah. Essentially, yeah, that's what happens. And I feel like when I was on her video, her comment was like, if you want to have a civil discussion, please do. So I was like, yeah, I want to do that. So I
Yeah.
did. So I wrote like, I feel like it was like a page long worth of comments. But after that, yeah, we agreed on a lot of things actually. So I was like, if you ever want to come on my channel and like have a discussion, let me know.
I told her the
Because
same thing.
yeah, because I think it's important to like see different sides of an issue and to have people, because like I think that's one of the worst threats to a legitimate discussion is the straw man argument, is the idea of arguing against something without ever talking to someone who actually believes that thing. And I mean, not to like go off, but I feel like that is the cause for a lot of like political unrest in communities isolating themselves from each other, because it's like you never bothered to find out why they actually felt that way. So it's not useful to just like look up pictures of people in an MLM and be like, wow, their lipstick looks so ugly. Like that's mean and useless. But like, if you want to say, I'm concerned about the structure because I had family members in it, because I used to be in it, because whatever, and like talk to them about that on that level and say, how do you feel about this? Why did you choose to be in it? What have you seen the benefits be? Like, that's how you actually learn to change each other's minds. So that's why I was like, that's important to have that kind of discussion. So for everyone watching, I do not condone bullying whatsoever. People may be surprised to hear that, because I am kind of a bitch on my channel sometimes. Like I do book reviews. I like go off on book reviews, but also I think it's a little different. Like I'm only ever mean on a book review if it's like a super popular book, if it's like a best-selling book and like the author's like super wealthy and famous, because I feel like there's like the punch up and punch down kind of mentality. Like if someone is socially and financially above you in a certain way and holds power over you, you can make fun of them, as opposed to like just another average everyday person. Like that's different because you're on the same level. At least that's how I see it. So like if I make a video making fun of Girl Wash Your Face, it's because that book has sold millions of copies and Rachel Hollis made millions of dollars off of it, as opposed to like if someone wrote a self-help book and they were like a smaller, newer author, I would not make fun of them. So that's how I see that. Yeah.
And also another thing too is, if people are just going to be bullies, essentially, if they're just going to be bullies, you're not going to change that person's mind.
Exactly.
Because
So
if
true.
if you're trying to argue your point on why you're anti MLM, I know that it can get heated. I know that both sides can get heated, and I get that. But if you're going to argue why you're anti MLM and why that's better than being pro MLM, if you're going to attack the person, they're going to look at you and be like, well, my being pro MLM is so much better because I have that sisterhood, even though we all know that that sisterhood is complete and total nonsense. But
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
they'll think I have this sisterhood because everyone's so positive and happy and whatever. And then they see anti-MLMers as mean girls. And
Yeah.
I get it. I do. Because I do not condone bullying, attacking people. That
Mm-hmm.
I do not agree with. And if you really want to change someone's mind, and this is just how I am, and maybe it is because I play devil's advocate all the time.
Yeah, me too. I feel like that's why we're on the same wavelength.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's just one of those things where you have to be able to, if you want to change someone's opinion, and I'm not saying that
Mm-hmm.
I'm here to change people's opinions or that I'm trying to be like all big bad and whatever, but if that is your end goal, my goal is to just spread the awareness of why MLMs are predatory and why they're bad business models. But if that is what you're trying to do, attacking an individual kind of defeats the whole purpose of your argument. And I get it all the time, because when I get people pro MLMers on my channel, and I
Mm-hmm.
tell people, if you have a different opinion and you're willing to have a discussion, we can have a discussion.
Yeah,
That's fine, because
absolutely.
yeah, and I'm willing to hear out why they're pro MLM. But if you're going to come to my channel and you're going to accuse me of slander, you're going to call me a bully, you're going to tell me that I have no right to talk about the topic because I wasn't in MLM for long enough, even though there's anti-MLMers that have never been in an MLM because
Yeah.
they understand that it's a terrible business model. You don't have to be anti-MLM to or you don't have to be an ex MLMer to be in the anti MLM
That's what
community.
I said. So in my recent video, because I did a part 2 of my reaction to Rachel Hollis's doTERRA speech, and in it she was like, how many people judging you for this have ever actually been a part of this? And I was like, okay, I've never smoked meth either, but bad for you. Like, I don't need to do it to see. Sometimes you can see from a distance that something is not going to be good for you, and you don't do it.
Yeah, and that's another thing is I've seen I've seen that also being talked about in the anti-MLM community. And to also say something to that as well is the reason why people who are ex-MLM feel as though, not necessarily that we're better or anything like that, but we have a glimpse into the dark side of MLM. So we have the stories that we can tell, because there's so much toxic positivity, and we're all starting to see it now, because
The
people are
toxic
starting.
positivity, that's like a legit discussion topic for this
Yeah.
whole thing. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
And that's the thing is, of course, we're all starting to know more about this, but because of screenshots and stuff like that. But it's just when you're in it, there's so much more that goes into it. And that's why I'm kind of happy that I was in it, because I can speak from experience and then back it up with facts and stuff. But it doesn't mean that I'm better than you or you're better than me or anything like that. And I feel like, yeah. And I feel like a lot of people, they take that out of context a lot. And I'm just like, well, it's not that. It gives, okay, not to sound like a bitch or anything, but it gives the community more credibility that ex-Hun bots are speaking out. Because it's just like how you said, Rachel Hollis, she was saying how many people are against this that have never been in an MLM. Well, we have both in the anti-MLM
you have
community.
like a ton of people who have been in an MLM and are also against it because you've been through it and you're like, this wasn't good. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So sorry, I went off on a tangent.
No, it's an important tangent. I think that's a big thing to keep in mind for this whole thing. Yeah. But yeah, everyone watching, let us know your thoughts on this in the comments below. Do you think the coronavirus is going to destroy the economy? Do you think it is shady the way people are trying to promote their essential oils during this time? Let us know your thoughts.
I'll agree with you on that one.
Yeah.
All right, everyone. If you have watched up to here, thank you so much for watching. And thank you so much for hearing Savy and I talk, because this was a very last minute video idea that we had. And we did want to talk about it from our perspective of being business owners and also being anti-MLM. So what are your guys' thoughts about this? What do you think? In the comment section below, let us know. And make sure to also watch Savy's portion on her channel. And I guess that's all that I have for you guys today. Thank you so much for watching. This is Monica reporting to you live from a highway. Bye.